Good morning, Sonder family. It's so nice to gather with you on this hump day. Um, Cheers to you for taking a break midweek to embrace your coloring practice, calm your mind, calm your body, just all the calm that we can channel right now during this very busy time, right? So I am Jennifer Ogilvy, and I am coming to you from the Dallas, Texas area. I'll be your facilitator for our time together this morning. Joining me for this morning is the other Jennifer, who is a facilitator, Jennifer Krippner, and she is popping on camera, giving you guys a good morning wave. Jen is in Minnesota, so her toes are a little frosty this morning, but we are so glad to be together. We love when we get to be Team Jennifer at these events, and so just welcome. Make sure your chat is set to everyone and that you are muted. This setup is little bit different than the other socials because we will have an optional time at the end to come on camera and show our progress so far, as well as give a wave to one another. And so the settings for this is actually a meeting, and the settings are a little bit different than the other socials that are webinars. So make sure that you are muted so that you don't want to be hollering at somebody that I always have to make sure I'm muted when I'm not on camera. So we're just want to welcome you this morning, and let's dive into what our day's going to look like. Are there any first time socialers out there that this, or first time coloring socials attendees today? Because we want to just give you a extra big welcome. Yay, Karen says yes. Welcome, Karen. We are so glad that you are here. Oh, and Melissa, this is your first coloring. I love hearing that. Okay, really quickly, I just have to tell you that there is a lot of science behind what we are going to do as we are coloring on the page. There's been studies about what our brain thinks is going on while we're coloring and we're attending to our page, and lots of good things begin to happen in our body. We adjust cortisol levels. Cortisol is that stuff that just brings, that fight or flight stuff. We get everything. We get some good serotonin going through our system. We steady and calm our minds, and it's just like doing a mindfulness practice like yoga. So the coloring is way more than just the act of coloring. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. It's about exploring that page and just leaning into that. Steph, that's a great question. Steph asked in the chat, do you know if coloring helps retain information if you're doing it while you listen to a lecture? And I'm going to say that probably does connect to your learning style. And I know that when I attend things, we all take in information differently, and so that's why there's different approaches throughout school to get information across to folks. But I know that there are folks who doodle, and they need to be moving, and it helps engage, kind of wake up some centers in that brain. So I think it's going to be, yes, different brains, different learning styles. But if you find that you might be a doodler when you are listening to a lecture, then certainly coloring is a great thing to lean into, because you're engaging that active part of your brain that does help you attend to the information being presented. But if you want to seek out more information on what's going on in your brain, you can do it a easy Google search. But it is, again, so much more than just coloring a picture. It really does good stuff for our brains and calms us down. So when you come to a coloring social, or a regular social, we always do an activity around the theme of the month. We love the themes. The themes help us to get to know ourselves better. So we're going to do a quick one this morning. We're going to color. And then, as I mentioned, we'll have that optional time of sharing before we close. So I'm seeing some really good information in our chat. Be sure you're checking that out about doodling. And Carolyn actually did a paper on doodling. So yes, it does. I think it's a left brain, right brain thing, right? Gets us optimized. We're using all the things. So let's get going with this page. I was very inspired when I saw our coloring page this month, and the first thing I thought, just because of the time of year, is snowflake. That's what it screamed to me. Now, this is actually a mandala, and a mandala, there's a lot of science about using mandalas specifically for your coloring practice. I have framed this in a couple of different ways, and I'll show you some examples in that. But I this month saw a snowflake, and I think it's just because of the winter season, and so that's gonna help inspire our prompt this morning. Now, if you've already been with me for the first coloring social, you've answered this. You've leaned into this. You might want to add to what you wrote, or you can go ahead and resume your coloring. But when we think about that snowflake and we compare ourselves to it, we're like a snowflake. We're all different on our in our own beautiful, unique way. And so our prompt has to do with, what do you truly believe makes you uniquely you? I want you to turn to a notes page, use your scratch page, or you can even use your coloring page, that negative space around this mandala, to respond to that question. What makes you truly uniquely you? What do you believe? And here's some questions to consider if your brain needs a little help waking up this morning. What are your favorite activities to do, and why do they bring you joy? Who are the people that you love spending time with? What makes you feel good about yourself? And what do you like about your appearance? And think about those special talents that you have. What are they? And how do you use them to help others? I'm going to play a quick song while you respond to this prompt. I'll go back to the question and then back and forth to this slide. And would love for you to share in the chat the things that you believe in yourself that makes you uniquely you. You know, it's so important to check in with ourselves every now and then and write to what we believe about ourselves because we can get a lot of self talk going in our heads that we don't need to listen to. So, thank you for working on this question about how you're like a snowflake, uniquely you. And just remind yourself, check in with that every now and then. I appreciate you guys sharing in the chat. We're all glad you're here. If you joined us, if you're just popping in, the prompt this morning is, what do you believe makes you uniquely you? So you can pick that up later or work on that at another time. So let's get into our coloring page. Now, I have some fun examples to show you. I did. I love mandalas, love coloring them. I did these three to kind of inspire and get us going. The first one, I did the technique where you color the whole thing one color lightly, and then you can go back in and hit highlights if you want, make them a little darker. So I kind of leaned into the first one. No, yes, I know, I saw that poinsettia. So I did a wreath, and then the middle one, I kind of turned into my snowflake and sort of got inspired by Frozen and colored in that negative space. And then the last one I did was the poinsettia. So there are some pieces of inspiration for you if you haven't already begun to work on your mandala. And then I picked up some beautiful examples that had been posted in the Sonder family. And so both of these are kind of done with predominantly blues, but yet they look so different. And there are our kaleidoscopes. Again, those mandalas are so pleasing because they are very much balanced. The inspiration from mandalas come from nature, where we see them in plants and seashells and just all over our world. And so it's very symmetrical, very pleasing to our brain when we work through mandalas. So the kaleidoscopes, I think, are amazing. So I'll go back and forth between those slides for a little bit, but I just have chosen some beautiful kind of snowy themed music for you to listen to and take this time for yourself. A very important reminder, be sure that you are being relaxed as you can and take the deepest breaths as you embrace your practice this morning. We got to make sure we're saturating our body with good air to get the full benefits of our mindfulness practice. So enjoy. I'll check back in with you in just a few minutes.
Snowflake, I got you tonight. Catch you and keep you on ice, my love. Snowflake, you know you're the only one. There's no one like you, so I'm gonna hide you, my sweet. Keep you till winter when you won't be needing me. Snowflake, I'm trying to keep you safe. You gave me your trust and I want you safe. Snowflake, you know I have got your back. There's no one like you, so I'm gonna hide you, my sweet. Keep you till winter when you won't be needing me. Christmas Day, your freedom comes unprotected from the sun. By then you'll be cold enough for me to send you off with love. Snowflake, don't forget us. Snowflake, don't forget us. Snowflake, don't forget us. If I were a betting man, I'd bet $1,000,000 on you. But there's no way around us, the only way now is through. Snowflake, now you're I love you, I know you're just here on loan. You blessed us and soon you'll be on your way. There's no one like you, so I'll cry myself here to sleep. I kept you till winter, now you won't be needing me. Christmas Day, your freedom comes unprotected from the sun. By then you'll be cold enough for me to send you off with love. Snowflake, don't forget us. Snowflake, don't forget us. Snowflake, don't forget us. If I were a betting man, I'd bet $1,000,000 on you. But there's no way around us, the only way now is through. staying so far away 'cause I love you. This Christmas I'm singing alone in my room 'cause I love you. This Christmas. I'm hanging the lights on my window and thinking about the good times, my darling. There'll be so many more if we just make it through these hard times. It's only for now. It's only for now. I'll see you next year. I'll see you next year when the sun's out again. So I hope you are cozy and warm wherever you are. Shelter, I'm trying the best that I can 'cause I love you this Christmas. I'm shaping these small paper snowflakes and thinking about my loved ones. I'll send you the song from my room 'cause I love you this Christmas. It's only for now. It's only for now. It's only for now. It's only for now.
I'm going to encourage you to take a moment and just notice how you're feeling. Are you noticing a shift in your body? Are you breathing? Unclench that jaw. Sometimes when we tended to color small spaces, I might get a little tense. So remind yourself to take those deep breaths, release the tension in your jaws. Are you feeling it in your shoulders? Are you letting some of this stuff go that has come about through midweek? That's what this is about. You know, the coloring, the practice of coloring is about just letting go and letting go of who you're trying to be and just be in the moment. I'm going to play some more music for you, and then I'll check back in and we'll have a time of sharing. Righty, friends. Let's see if let me swap our screen so we can get you guys able to come on camera and show. Let's see, here we go. Whoops, hold on one sec. Okay, hold on just a second, friends. There we go. All right, there we go. There's our gallery. You guys, sorry about that. It took me just a second to get that going. Look, say good morning, everybody. They look great. Some of you guys are getting ready to have it finished up. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Look, everybody, good morning. Hey, Megan. I love seeing your faces. Aisha looks great. So some of you guys are definitely snowflaking and others are doing the kaleidoscope. I love it. Thank you for popping on camera and showing your work this morning. Good morning. Looks great. Very wintry. I love this kaleidoscopes. And if you want to stay behind camera, that's also. And Stephanie, it is okay to be very slow. You're leaning into your practice and doing what you need. So good job for that. That's amazing. You guys, coloring is so good for you. So I'm glad that you are embracing that practice as we are entering these crazy last couple of weeks of the year. If you have some crazy times, just stop, drop, and color. Just take a few moments for yourself. We'd love to see your pages in the Sonder Club if you are comfortable posting and the inspiration. So let us see those. And then there's all our QR codes that we share at the end of our time together at socials. Um, you can take the survey there about what you'd like to see in other socials. Also, any feedback about the coloring social. We are still running the refer a friend promo. So you get $10, your friend gets $10 if you use that QR code. And then the YouTube link for our recordings is over there in the bottom right hand corner. I will be doing one more coloring social this month. It will be this Sunday morning. So it's the first time to try one on a Sunday morning, and it might be a great way to kind of center yourself over the weekend if you'd like to come back and color. If you finished this page, bring another. That we're not any coloring is good because it's about your practice and being mindful. I'll see you next time, Sonder family. Have a a wonderful Wednesday.
Find a song, or you know that this is really love. Yeah, you know that this is really love.